The Kerala Story, an Indian film released on the 5th of May 2023, had sparked controversies way before its release. Now, this story is about three young girls from different regions of Kerala who were brainwashed, forcefully converted to Islam, and then compelled to join the ISIS as terrorists. Now, this film, all these controversies, they mostly spark from states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Maharashtra, and West Bengal. In fact, the government of West Bengal even banned the release of the film after the filmmakers approached the Supreme Court saying that the ban was mostly a de facto ban. The Supreme Court then lifted the release. There were almost 100 people who were arrested in Maharashtra after one died and eight were injured because of a communal riot that was sparked from a controversial social media post. Now, the question is, why is there so much controversy? I did my own research. I watched the movie. I've read a lot of reviews, a lot of blogs and articles. And one thing in common that I found was every movie review was connected to the BJP. Now, the BJP was in huge support of this film. The Congress was against this film. And every movie review did not just deal with the movie exclusively, but it also dealt with the relationship between the BJP and the Congress, which I did not understand at all. Now, the reason I had a problem with those reviews is point number one, this is a movie. And I understand that the filmmakers, they kind of exaggerated the number of conversions that supposedly took place in Kerala. Let's believe that they were actually just 3,200 conversions and not 32,000 or 50,000 conversions like it was portrayed in the film. That was a major blunder from the filmmakers. Apart from all of that, aside from all of that, this movie deals with the concept of love jihad. And love jihad is not a propaganda. Love jihad is not a myth. Love jihad is something that's extremely real. And I get why the government of West Bengal said this movie might spread hate, it might spread prejudice against Muslims. But here's the deal. We've watched movies like Dhadak, and Dhadak focuses primarily on honor killings. And honor killings is again connected to casteism. Now, both these people, both the protagonists of the film, they're Hindus. So, when we talk about Dhadak and its honor killing of the story, we do not talk about Hinduism as a religion. We talk about the radical side of a religion. The same way, when we talk about Kerala story, it's I think it's extremely narrow minded to believe that we're targeting Islam as a religion. We're targeting love jihad. We're talking about love jihad, which is a plague, which is terrorism, which doesn't just terrorize one single nation, it terrorizes the whole world. So I feel as exaggerated, as dramatized, as fictionalized as the story might be, as the portrayal of the story might be, there is a there is an essence of truth in the film, and that essence of truth is forceful conversions or coerced conversions into Islam. For all those who feel the Kerala story is still a propaganda film, now this movie dramatically portrays the extremist side of a religion. And see, I'm not going to talk about the numbers, I'm not going to talk about exactly how many conversions happened in Kerala or even in the country, but all I can say is love jihad or religious extremism is something that we've been reading about, talking. Maybe we know people who are even victims of this particular concept. And this is poison that's terrorized the whole world. So I'm not going to talk about the numbers, I'm not going to talk about the accuracy. And yes, the filmmakers had to be responsible enough to give out accurate numbers. But apart from all of that, the reason why I urge you to watch the movie is because this is something that's extremely real. This is something that's been happening, that is currently happening, and will happen in the future too. Now, there's also another review that I read about the Kerala story, which said that the filmmakers, they portrayed girls, they were three protagonists in the movie, so they portrayed all these three protagonists as someone who were very naive and ridiculously innocent. I do not think that's the case. I do not think that the filmmakers deliberately portrayed such women. because point number one, this is supposed to be based on a true story. And point number two, they are people who are naive when it comes to matters like religion or politics or terrorism. And it's not up to us to decide, how naive somebody can be. So, and the way they brainwash these girls into converting to Islam, or the way they coerce them or blackmail them into converting to Islam, okay, let me rephrase that, not converting to Islam, into joining the ISIS as terrorists. That is an extremely scary process. So I urge you to watch the movie, and the reason I liked the movie, even amidst all the controversies, is because it deals with a very real thing. It deals with religious extremism. Now, there have been many criticisms regarding the movie that these filmmakers have misused their freedom of speech. But one thing that we need to understand about the concept of freedom of speech is that it is necessary as long as it does not harm or spread prejudice against a particular community. Now, portraying or writing or showing the dark side of a religion is not spreading hatred towards that particular community. Every religion has a dark side. Hinduism has a dark side, Christianity has a dark side, Islam has a dark side. Every religion does have a dark side. It's not possible for a religion to exist without it having a dark side to it. But portraying that respective dark side does not mean that we are spreading prejudice. Nobody is targeting Islam in this movie. We are targeting love jihad, which is completely excluded from Islam, which is completely excluded from the teachings of Islam. When a movie like PK released a couple of years ago, it sparked a lot of controversies just like the Kerala story did. Now, people thought, or critics assumed, that PK was ridiculing Hinduism as a religion. But what PK did was it comically portrayed the obsessive rituals that we have in Hinduism, which is not exactly ridiculing the religion. That is completely different. So, Kerala story is similar. The way PK dealt with Hinduism, or with the obsession that radicalization has in a particular religion, Kerala story deals with the same thing. And the radicalization in Islam is love jihad. So, it's okay if you still feel this movie is a propaganda, but I particularly felt that this movie no way targeted Muslims who were true to their religion. It just targeted a very dark aspect of that particular religion. So, if you still want to watch the movie, please go ahead. If you have watched the movie and did not like it, I urge you to think about it again with an open mind. I hope more movies like this are made and freedom. Light India.
Challe Ramya.
This is episode number 3 of Chale Ramya. If you like the video, if you like the content, and if you want to keep seeing more of such content, please subscribe to my channel and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Ape. Bye.